Harry, I've been thinking, if I had to pick one topic that's absolutely essential to understanding JavaScript, it would be functions. They're that important.
Really? Functions are that big of a deal?
Absolutely. Functions are like the heart of JavaScript. Without them, your code is just a pile of parts that don't really connect.
I've heard the word function, but I still don't really get what it is.
Let's start simple. A function is like a set of instructions or a recipe. You're telling the computer, when I ask you, do these actions, and it does them the same way every time.
Like writing down how to make pancakes in a notebook and reading it each time so I don't forget or lose it.
Exactly. And each time, you get those same delicious pancakes, as long as you don't mix up the ingredients.
Okay, but why even use functions in code? What's so helpful about them?
Great question. Functions help you A. Avoid repeating code. B. Keep everything cleaner and easier to read. C. Make changes or fixes way easier. Imagine needing to print a greeting 5 times for different people. Without a function, you copy and paste the same line 5 times. With a function, you write it once and call it whenever you need it.
So it's like a magic button I can press again and again, and it just handles part of the work for me?
Exactly. A function is your own personal do this for me button.
So, what does it look like?
Let me explain it in words. You give it a name, like say hello, then you write parentheses. That's where you can pass things in. And then curly braces. That's where you write what the function should do.
So name, then parentheses, then curly braces, and inside, the instructions?
Yes, and that's how JavaScript understands. Okay, this is a save instruction. I'll run it when you tell me to.
Can I pass different things into a function each time?
Yes, and that's what makes functions super flexible. You can ask it to greet a specific person, and it might say, "Hi, Sam," or "Hi, Harry," depending on what you gave it.
Cool. So one function can do slightly different things, based on the situation?
Exactly. A function is like a waiter. You tell them what to bring, and they do it, on their own. They don't move, they wait for your order.
Haha, I like that. A waiter function. That makes it click. I'm totally using that to remember.
One more thing. You can call a function from anywhere in your code, as long as it's already been written. So you can run it once, or 100 times.
That really does sound handy.
And that's why we love functions. They make code cleaner, more readable, and reusable. But most of all, they turn your plain text into something that actually works.
Got it. So without functions, code is just words. But with functions, it's like you're having a real conversation with the computer?
Exactly. You're learning to speak JavaScript. And functions are how you express yourself.
All right. Now I totally get why we need them.
Great. Then next, we'll explore how functions can take arguments and return results.
Can't wait. I'm already loving functions.
Okay, Harry, now that you know a function is like a recipe or step-by-step tutorial, let's sum it up. We often need to repeat the same action in different parts of a program, like showing a nice greeting when someone visits a site, or a goodbye message when they leave. Instead of copying and pasting the same code over and over, we use functions. They're the main building blocks of any program.
Got it. That makes sense.
To create a function, we start with a function keyword. Give it a name, add a list of parameters inside round brackets, and then the body, what the function does, inside curly braces. But now let's talk about what makes them so flexible.
You mean like how I can pass in different ingredients?
Exactly. In JavaScript, those ingredients are called arguments. An argument is a value you pass into a function when you call it. You place them inside the round brackets, and the function uses them inside its code.
So, if I have a function called say hello, I can pass in someone's name?
Yes. Here's a fun metaphor. A function is like a personalized greeting card. You just fill in the name and it gives you a message. Hello, James, or hello, Harry, depending on what you gave it.
That's cool. So it's like a builder. One template, many results.
Exactly. And you can pass multiple arguments too, like a name and an age.
So I could say, "Hi, I'm 20 years old." if I wanted...
Absolutely. It's like adding toppings to your pizza. Same recipe, but the taste can change each time.
Now I'm hungry again.
Haha, sorry. But wait, we haven't talked about return values yet.
Return what?
Sometimes a function doesn't just do something. It gives something back. Like asking a calculator to do 2 plus 2. It doesn't just show you how. It gives you the answer.
So the function can return a result that I can use later?
Exactly. You call the function. It does the work and hands you the result. For example, you could write a function that multiplies two numbers and returns the answer.
Okay, but how does JavaScript know what to return?
You use the keyword return. That's like saying, here's the result. You can use it.
And what if I don't use return?
Then the function runs, but doesn't give you anything back. It's like a waiter who takes your order and never comes back.
Oof. No one wants to be left without pizza.
Exactly. So if you want to get something, you've got to return something.
This is really coming together. A function is like a personal assistant. I give it a task and get a result.
You got it. Now you're ready to write your own functions, pass in data, and get results out.
I like the idea. It's like building my own little tool.
That's right. Functions are tools. You build your developer toolkit with them. And with those tools, you can build anything.
Okay, I'm ready to try. What should I start with?
Start simple. Write a function that says hello by name. Everyone starts there, then one that adds two numbers. Pretty soon, you'll be thinking in functions without even noticing.
I already am. Now I understand what functions are, why we use them, and how they work.
That's perfect.
JavaScript is actually really logical and consistent.
Oh, yeah. And you're just getting started with what it can do. Well, Harry, we got one last piece of our puzzle left. Let's reinforce everything we've learned about functions.
Yeah. I already feel like I'm starting to understand, but a bit of review never hurts.
Exactly the right approach. Let's remember, a function is like an instruction. You create once, and then you can use it again and again.
Like a slow cooker. You set it up once, and then just launch the right program when needed.
Perfect comparison. You can pass different ingredients. Those are arguments. The function does its job and, if needed, gives back a result with return.
What happens if you don't use return?
Then the function will simply run the code inside, but it won't give anything back. It might just print something to the screen. Sometimes that's enough, like a lamp that just shines.
Okay, so functions have parameters, like empty boxes you can put stuff into?
Exactly. Parameters are like little baskets. When you call the function, you can pass values into them. Those are called arguments. If you don't pass anything, the value becomes undefined. So the basket exists, but it's empty.
So if I don't put anything in the box, the function's like, where's the content? And I get undefined?
Exactly. That's why it's often a good idea to set default values, just in case someone forgets to pass something.
And you said that a function should only do one thing.
Yes, it's the golden rule, one function, one task. If the function says hello, let it only say hello. Don't cram everything in one place. You'll end up with a mess.
Like mixing batter, soup, and cake into one dish.
Haha, absolutely spot on. The simpler and clearer your function is, the easier it is to use, test, and reuse.
Got it. And what about naming functions?
The name should always be clear and meaningful. A function name is like its business card. If it says hello, call it say hello. Don't name it something like abs123. This way, anyone working with you and future you will immediately understand what it does. And trust me, when you've written hundreds of functions, you'll thank yourself.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I used to just name them, however, I felt like, in the moment.
That's totally normal. But now you know how to write like a human.
Functions aren't scary anymore. More like little helpers you can assign tasks to.
Exactly. Functions are your personal crew. You build it yourself, and they help you run the show.
Can I put functions inside other functions?
You can, yes, but that's another topic. We'll we'll get to it soon. For now, it's more important that you get confident handling basic tasks.
So my goal is not to write everything in one chunk, but to break tasks into small, manageable steps?
That's the mindset of a real developer. Functions are what bring structure and logic to your code.
Okay, I'm definitely ready to start writing functions. And honestly, I'm kind of proud of myself.
And you should be. You're no longer just learning JavaScript. You're starting to speak it, and that's awesome. And as always, sit down, open your editor, and try to create a few simple functions. Practice is key. That's how theory sticks and becomes real skill.
And what if I mess something up?
Great. That means you're doing it right. Every developer starts with mistakes. They're not failures, they're signs. Each error is JavaScript's way of saying, hey, let's fix this together.
I like that. So errors aren't enemies, they're clues?
Exactly. They show you where you're growing. So don't be afraid to experiment. Try, break, learn, and try again.
Got it. I'll go create my first real set of functions right now. One small function can do big things.